That is a spaceship flag, dude. Hey, it's me, Jillian, Stargate Adventure, and I am so sorry for how long it has taken to get part 2 together. Part 1 of this trip, I basically spent a lot of time introducing you to Junior and Headquarters, which is his box truck, which has everything that you could ever possibly ever need in it, and Heidi, his assistant. That first day was basically about Junior, Heidi, and me getting to a campsite in the basic area where we're going to do our trip the next day, the night before, so that we wouldn't be stressed out the next morning. But it was so eventful. So many things happened. And then the next morning, that'd be Saturday morning, we go to the parking lot at Jawbone Station and we meet August and Layla. And so now they're going to join us. They come back with us to headquarters. Headquarters is what I call wherever the box truck is. Wherever the box truck of everything is, that's headquarters. So we're there, and Heidi swings into action. She's checking fluids in the vehicles and water and airing down tires and just all that stuff. And now we hit the road. And I have a goal with this. My goal is to basically, if you know Jawbone Canyon at all, you know that Jawbone Canyon Road itself heads east, wiggly, but east. And you can even take it and end up going to Lake Isabella. But we weren't going that far. And we weren't going all the way to Kelso Valley Road. We were going to another road. I think it was a 37. I will check myself and put the numbering in there. So here's what I figured out. That I got to do it like this, like a damn Zoom meeting. So I'm going to share my screen with you. And the first thing that I want to show you is Jawbone Canyon itself. I just figured out how to do this. We're going to use my Onyx map first, just to show you. Oh, am I sharing my screen though? Okay, now we're sharing my screen for real. So you see the purple outline here? That is shaped like the human jaw bone. Yeah, in here. And that's how I got its name. But this map right here isn't doing it for me. Let's go over here and use my Gaia. This is going to show you that we were doing a lot more than just Jawbone Canyon. We went farther north than Jawbone is. So this is the 14. There's the 14. And it goes, north and south basically. But anyway, Jawbone Canyon. So Jawbone Canyon Station is like here. And there's a place there where you can get maps and stuff. I'm about to show you a map that I got. But mostly I've been studying this Gaia map. And let me see if I can make better. Yeah, okay, that makes it better. Awesome. So yeah, Jawbone Canyon Road continues east and then it heads to the north. And it does continue. Jawbone Canyon continues, but we veered off on this one here, which is the 123. And we went north and we stopped here for a moment at Butter Spring. They have a little area that's really pretty to look at and stuff, and makes you wonder how in the middle of the desert there's all this greenery. And then we headed on north, and this is a really easy drive, super easy on the dirt. And we connected up here to Kelso Valley Road. This is Kelso here. Yes, that's the elevation and whatnot. Thank you so much. And then we continued up north, and I was taking them to Frog Creek. So yeah, we continue up Kelso Valley Road, And then Frog Creek, you're going to make a turn on SC 47 right here. Here's the waypoints for that. I mean, the what you need, the location right here. If you're looking at my screen. I think I passed my turn, so I'm going to turn around. I passed. I went too far. Wow, this is Frog Creek. And it's just an awesome place. I do not believe you're allowed to camp here because there is a body of water. You have to be a certain distance away from bodies of water and away from residents. There are some homes scattered about out there in the wilderness, and we're not allowed to camp near them either. So there's that. But it's a great place to stop and have lunch and do a meditation and maybe check out the sky and see who's flying by and whatnot. Things like that. Cool spot. But so then what I wanted to do, let me shrink this considerably and remind you that we started way over here. And the goal was to go all the way around. Yeah. To come on up, come here. Let me shrink this a bit. And I wanted to get to here, actually. I thought this would be a nice shortcut to get to here. I didn't want to do paved road, all the way around here like this. Although ultimately, my goal was to get here, Los Angeles Aqueduct Road, which is a pretty easy, tame road. And I wanted to do that, and I didn't want to go back to the 14 yet. I just wanted to continue down inside the nature area and bring ourselves back down here to where we started on Jawbone Canyon Road. Piece of cake, right? Okay, let me show you something. There's this map. This is a portion of the map that I got from the Jawbone, Friends of Jawbone. They create beautiful maps, incredible maps, a lot of work. But You see this yellow exclamation point right there? That means difficult. It means difficult, and I didn't know till today that that's actually what we actually went that way. So you need more than just a regular car. You need more than just like, regular Outback with a 4x4. No, you need to be elevated. You need some tires. You need, it's going to be moderate. They call it difficult. So I shouldn't have said moderate. I didn't say that. It's difficult. This is difficult stuff, and you need to have the right kind of vehicle in order to make it. But I'm about to show you some of that because I accidentally went there. You see this red triangle right here with the exclamation point in it? This is what I was trying to avoid, because I brought them up on Kelso. We were coming up Kelso, and then we made a right or east on 47, SC 47 for the Scoby Mountains. SC stands for Scoby. And we stopped in here and had a blast. And then it was time to get up to here. I wanted to get to Bird Springs Pass Road. So, and that was going to take me over to the east to Aqueduct Road, right? It was going to be quite a drive. And on the way, we would have found places to camp or whatever. But so I said, I need to avoid this. I need to avoid this. And it looks like this is over Frog Creek Road, east of where we had a great time. So I'm like, well, we got to avoid that. So I took us this way. And I really think the Frog Creek part is really right in here. And so I said, we're just going to immediately go like this. We're going to go up here and we're going to go like this. And then I could have continued like this, but somehow I ended up here on SC 69. And I want you to know, just like mark my words on this, because having footage on it is a problem. And I'll explain it when I'm trying to show you. But notice these squiggly lines right here. This is the topography on this map, kind of showing you that we're going up, we're going up, and we're going up, and we're going to get to the peak of something right here where the circles are smaller. And ultimately, I did do this. I went up here. Maybe we went about this far together, and then we made a turn. It's like it turned to the left and went straight up a huge mountain. And I didn't know that was going to happen. So this was a reconnaissance mission. Most of what I've been doing over the last 3 or 4 months has been recon, getting to know areas really well. I want only certain kinds of roads to take you guys on. And I don't want to take you on moderates. I don't want to take you on difficult, definitely. But we bumped right into moderate, led us right into difficult, like the most difficult. This red triangle should be right here. It should be here, and it should definitely be here. Like it's like right here. It's like, yeah, and it should say 69. Why is 69 so complicated? That's what I was saying all day. Anyway, so let me show you what happened. Let me show you. We're just driving along and everything is cool, kind of. It's a lot lumpier. This is not as smooth as the roads that I have planned in our regular routes.
You're doing great. That was the same road.
It was so interesting being in the front, and I've got 2 cars behind me, and they're trusting me. I'm the one with the maps and stuff.
47. 36 and 47. Okay.
So everything's groovy for a while. I'm on 47. I think I should have stayed to the right. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Now that I've actually looked at the map, I get that this was a mistake. But I had to learn it. This is SC 50.
I made a left at SC 50.
You found me. That's good. I was saying I turned left right here. So this kind of thing is starting to happen. And from my off-road training and stuff, I'm like, it's usually not a good thing. Like, it doesn't usually lead to an easy thing when it's going up and like this. All I know is I am so grateful for 4x4training.com. Had I not ever done any of their classes, I would not have been able to be the leader of the pack on this. It was really great to know I could do everything, but I just kept thinking in my mind, do I want to bring people on this? So far, it's not that bad, but I just didn't know what was happening next. But the terrain is changing and we're definitely going up. Thinking about it, looking at my map, going, Oh, and I'm changing gears. I'm doing 4 low and second or first. I forget which one, first or second, that I chose. But I'm like, okay, this is starting to get all kinds of like serious and whatnot. We're still on SC50. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, are we about to go down a lot? What's about to happen here? And I remembered that I had done this route. I did this with Robert, my friend Robert, but was going the opposite direction. And we ended up at Frog Creek. This time we were coming from Frog Creek. And I didn't like it when I did it with him either. I remember getting to the end of it going, oh my God. Aw, yeah. Nice scratches to the vehicle. You do have to be ready to take scratches to your vehicle. That much I cannot protect you from. Okie dokie, so we have some challenging driving, and this is the hard way, not the other way. Does everybody know how to do this?
Got it.
I didn't know what was around this bend right here. I'm like, okay, wait, what is about to happen? So you have to sometimes just stop your vehicle, park it, and walk and go see. Like, what's gonna happen right now? It was nothing. Totally nothing, but you never know, so you have to check. Oh my gosh. Okay, oops, that's definitely not a driving trail.
Backing it up.
No, I think we're about to bump into a moment. There's a protocol that happens when the road is only skinny enough for one car width, and you come in like, somebody else is coming towards you. The larger caravan gets to go forward, and the smaller one has to pull aside. So watch what's about to happen. SC-37. So then here comes this guy. And there's not enough room for me to go where he's suggesting. Look, he's like, go like that. I'm like, no. And then he sees that there are two other vehicles behind me. And so he's like, oh, I got to back up. I think he was a little surprised to see me in front. Thank you. Took a minute for him to say you're welcome. But we recorded. All good. He must have been like, do they know where they are going? Because within 10 minutes of this moment right here, it got so friggin' dramatic. There's a left turn that I'm looking for.
I'm looking for a left turn. There's going to be a Starbucks up here somewhere.
We are suddenly on Scobie 69. And I stopped recording at this point. After my little Starbucks joke. I was like, okay, I've been recording for 30 minutes. Boring, so I stopped recording. And little do I know, we're about to turn a corner and it's about to get so real. Okay. Like, within 10 minutes, maybe within even 5 minutes of me turning off the camera, we're going forward. It's like I come around a bend or something, and then I see that the real left is going to be straight up, right about at the angle of my arm right now. I'm talking straight, pretty damn straight up a mountain, and it's a big one. It's a big one. It's kind of like, I've done all this stuff with 4x4training.com, class day 1, day 2, day 3. I mean, I'm doing their stuff. I'm consider myself maybe not advanced, like rock crawly advanced, but I'm pretty doggone good. And I've gotten all the technique down and everything. And I look at this and I'm like, okay, I've actually done this before. Maybe not quite as big, but I've certainly been trained for this moment. And there was this part of me realizing I'm the leader. I didn't do the process that I would do normally. And I had to do this, which was a mistake, and realize, oh, okay, there's a thought process that I would have. I mean, I'm out here reconning, and I'm looking for places that are not like this. So when I saw this, I didn't want to, this is a sign, I didn't want to turn on my camera. I'm like, no, don't. There was something about reaching over to turn on the camera that was like, no, you need to focus. And I hoped kind of maybe that somebody else would, but I didn't feel to ask anybody to, footage this. I thought that I would be jinxing myself, kind of like I'm gonna have them roll tape while I roll down this friggin' mountain, you know? I could see going up that about 3/4 of the way up, there was maybe like a sandy part. And I want you to know that that was something. And when I got to, I was almost floored as I was heading up to it. When I got to that part, I totally floored it because there was something about it that kind of pulled my car back, like slowed it down, like it was really hard for it to get through it. And then we got through it, and then it was like, and it got to the top. I'm like, okay. And I have a ridiculously intense fear of heights. You need to know that. Which is part of the reason why I'm like, okay, no, we don't need to tape it. Let me just do it. So I get up it, and I'm at the top as I'm approaching the very, very tippity top. And this is the kind of thing where you can only see the hood of your vehicle, you know. I look to the left and I see another mountain, a smaller one, with not that well established a trail on it. So I'm like, okay, people have done that, but not that much. I'm not going to be one of those. I turn to the right and I see more of an established trail. But it goes around a little bend, and it looks like the right side of it is eroded. And I'm looking and I'm judging. My fear of heights has me not get out of the vehicle. I can't. I can barely breathe, okay? So I can't get out of the vehicle. But I'm looking and I'm like, no, that's going to be drama and stuff. And then I'm like, wait, I don't do drama on these trips. I don't do scary. I don't do inclines like this. I don't do elevation like this with edges and stuff like this. So I'm like, this is something that I wouldn't have people do anyway. So now I turn around and I head back down and put in the right gear, 4 low and first gear, and just kind of let it chug. It was great. My vehicle was in complete control all the way down. I was like so grateful that I knew how to do that. So we get down to the bottom, and I'm like, okay, I don't know why I even went up there. I would never ask anybody to do that. So now we go back down through all that we just came through, but we're going down now instead of up. And we get to 47, and now we make a left, which is going west, which is a direction we had not gone yet. We had thought that that was going to be where 69 or where that red triangle was, but actually everything was perfect. It was the absolute most wonderful, especially after what we've been through, or what I'd been through mainly, but stressful that was. And so this was really such a relief and a release and a relaxing drive getting to Aqueduct Road. So then we make a right heading south on Aqueduct Road, and I don't know, 15, 20 minutes into that, I hear on the walkie, I got a problem here, and that was Junior. Blanche had stopped. So myself, August, we turn around and we go back, and there she is. And she's like, no, I can't do anymore. Poor Blanche. She's only like 80-something years old. I mean, she's old. and it took till the next day for Junior to realize what broke. And we will talk about that in the next section, the next portion. I will share with you a really awesome piece on this vehicle, which had a taste of World War II. In fact, there's a little shrapnel mark on her windshield. She was actually in it for a minute. But, we're to do the sound bath and guided meditation and CE5 meditation and communicating with folks from other planets and stuff as the sun goes down, right? Well, in the next section, I'll let you know what happens there, because it got really bitter cold. We're talking less than 40 degrees. Wind was gusting more than 50 miles an hour. And yeah, how do we handle that? We did handle it. And we did do that. And August is a medium and I'm a medium, and we had communication. It was great. Check out part 3, which I'm going to begin working on immediately. And and see how we handled this, and then see more about Blanche and what we did the next day. All right, Jillian, Stargate Adventure, over and out.